The Bachelor 2019 recap, Week 5. Colton Storms Out. Drama between the bachelorettes on The Bachelor is more or less a given. When 30 women are dating the same guy, there's bound to be a bit of friction. But what happens when the bachelor himself can't take it? This week, when a pair of ladies got into it over whether one of them was here for the right reasonstm, Bachelor Colton Underwood found himself mixed up in it, and then he stormed out in the middle of the cocktail party. Is he coming back? We'll find out soon, but first, let's take a look back at everything that happened before The Bachelor bolted. You can watch The Bachelor Season 23, Episode 5 right here on ABC. Or in the ABC app, or read on for highlights and spoilers to find out who went home on The Bachelor. First time for everything after the episode began. As it often does, with Colton showering for a while, the ladies introduced us to Thailand, the next stop on the grand journey. First up was a one-on-one date, the South after alone time with the Bachelor. Heather was the lucky recipient of this date, which was bound to be very interesting. Heather, as you may recall, is also a virgin, but has also not yet had her first kiss. That means any alone time with Colton and Heather is a bit charged with this fact, and those moments carry a particular weight for both parties. Heather's anxious for a big first in her life, and Colton's probably feeling the pressure of wanting that moment to be special, if it's going to happen at all. Which, as the date progresses, it doesn't. Heather says she's ready to kiss Colton, but the pair passes on a few easy opportunities for a quick canoodle. The date goes well, conversation seems smooth, and Colton gives her the rose at dinner. But time's running out if they're planning on taking advantage of this alone time. Would the date end in fireworks or fizzle for these two? Watch and see. Elise feels the pressure. Things were looking up for Elise after her romantic one-on-one date with Colton in week 3. But since then she's found it hard to share Colton with so many other women. She goes to his room after he gets back from a date with Heather and tells him that it's been tough and that she wouldn't be able to accept a proposal after a few months of sharing him with other women. So where exactly does that leave her? With not a lot of options, welcome to the jungle. The next day it was group date time. Colton's dates have often had a theme of making the ladies push themselves, face their fears, and all that other character-building stuff that is terrible but your parents always told you was good for you, but you never listened, and that's probably why you're not an astronaut today. This date was no different, as Colton took the ladies to the jungles of Thailand to learn how to survive if they're lost in the jungle. When it's time to start holding the wild animals and eating them, only a few keep their cool. After the lessons, the girls have a competition to see who can find water and food in an hour. That the rules of the competition were vague at best. Demi leads her group back to the bus, which takes them back into civilization, and they return with cheeseburgers and champagne. They get disqualified, but Demi remains sure her decision was the right one. The beginning of the end of the beginning. Cassie and Colton had a one-on-one on this episode too. They seem to really be into each other. That's great and we're happy for them, but we must forge on to the drama. Anyika says that she had a frank discussion with Elise before she left regarding the other ladies in the house, and Anyika said that Elise told her that Nicole said, as you can already see, some of this may or may not be hearsay, that being on The Bachelor was